Well, good afternoon and good evening. And Jeremy, a very special good morning to you. I'm so glad you could all make it. And of course, hello, Mom. Very exciting that you're all here. I love it when the regulars are here, just like you said, Mom. Very exciting stuff. So Christina is on a mobile connection. That's totally cool. I'm glad you're here. That's so exciting. And it looks like we've got a bit of a chat relay issue there with from Mixer to YouTube going on. What a shame. So at least that chat in Vision has totally got purpose today. I've got some negative comments there the other day on one of my 3D streams that people were complaining, and I totally relate to that people were saying, well, while you're demonstrating it and these chat boxes pop up on the timeline, that wasn't so good. And yeah, absolutely, I can see that. Good thing that for a video game like this, I think that's going to be very, very sensible. Yes, so for anyone who has a chat issue, head over to mixer.com/verslewis, and that's where we're all chatting. The latency is really low if Mixer works, and it looks like today it's kind of working all right. I hope it'll stay that way. And we're also on Twitch and on DLive and on Facebook and on Periscope and probably many other things that I've forgotten that I've set them up. So anyway, thanks for joining in. Today we have exciting stuff, I guess. For example, let's resume the last game. We've made it into what we like to call Green World, and that was that third dimension. We started out in Honrath. Then we went to this other thing called Grey World, and now from there we seem to have solved all the puzzles there, most of the puzzles except for one kind of puzzle with the dead alien on the floor there. And now we're in this other thing called Green World with the flying creatures and all that. This looks complicated, so I need all your help so that we can get out of here and see if and how we can solve this level. Last time we were here and looked at 3 teleportation devices next to one another, which was, that was enhanced difficulty level. This seems to be an elevator of sorts. Yes, that's the elevator, I seem to remember. And this is where we were going to continue in this big sphere over here. We came from here, and this, in fact, is a piece of Honrath with the washing machine and all that. We brought that back from Honrath. And it looks like this smaller circle here, that's still from here. So this smaller circle, then there was a larger circle next to it, and now it's kind of, that teleportation device has now disappeared. But we could move one, or we could move the other, and I think this one that's no longer there was taking the whole sphere with it. So I'm sure there's a pattern to it. Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, right, Dreamlab, let me show you. There's this thing here which looks like almost like an arc. Let me just quickly show you around where we are now. This here is a completely new dimension now. So we've also managed to disable that red laser. So if we get close to here, this now gets us to the other side of Green World. That's the sphere, the dimension that we were previously just looking at with that open door. We went through this long corridor here, and we managed to direct some kind of laser, like a massive red laser, and that then, I think that was a massive blue laser, and that was then destroying that red laser, and now we're back basically. This, once again, this doesn't look like an exit, doesn't even look like the outside of our sphere. But I believe this is how we got here. It was complicated, I'll tell you that. It was very, very complicated. And I'm not entirely sure if we've actually explored everything there is to explore in Green World. Yeah, but this is the way we came in here. Oh my god, Dreamlab, it is just so mind-bending. Once we go back to the place we've just come from. So this is how we got in here. We think, trees and plant life, and it's all, it's all very nice. And then we saw these white ships while exploring. And we had to go bring something, I believe this is where that was actually. We had to bring some part of this world into Honrath and then travel back to this world so that there was a bridge in this dimension. I think this is now also no longer there, something like that. And we met somebody. We have met somebody. Maybe we can introduce you. If I find my way back, that is. Already lost. Excellent. Been on air 5 minutes, we're already lost. In Miami, in the greater Miami area, it is threatening to rain. So we're experiencing this really grey sky that threatens to pour down on us at any moment. Yesterday, I think the weather forecast was 80% likelihood of rain. I still need to buy that, actually. The other Tomb Raider game, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think that was it. Here, this was... Whoop.
This desperate situation up here. If you could, please. Hurry. I appreciate.
Yeah, Rod. Rain in Florida, exactly. So this guy, the interesting thing about this guy is that we have met him previously as the mayor of Honrath. And now he turns out, he introduced himself last time, he says his name is Bob, and he says he is trapped in another dimension by whoever's doing this to us. So he was just like us, abducted from his planet, and it was all a bit, crazy. And now he says, please come for me. So that's what we need to do. We need to somehow find him. And we were stuck on here, I believe, on this platform over here. I think this, to be precise, that was where the red laser was pointing at the sky here. And that means we couldn't travel dimensions. But with this thing here, we could just grab this and then direct that blue laser, massive blue laser. It was a little bit tricky, but we could completely destroy that red thing, and therefore we can now travel from one end of the sphere to the other. Maybe I can roast some birds here. What do you think? No, birds are unroastable. Oh wow, was it that bad? I was thinking of going downtown on my bike today, and instead I finished editing the last finishing touches of Brian's audiobook, which is very cool. So Brian, it's all on ACX now, and on Discord I've just posted that blurb from the back of the book and the promo I want to do, just so that you get an idea of the wording. Let me know if that's all cool. Exactly, woohoo! Shame I've got my sound effects panel here. Oh, maybe I should cue that up quickly. Oh yes, it was tough work, but it was well worth it. Sometimes you just have to take a little bit of extra time and make sure it's really, really good. There we go. Haha! So we ventured over here, solved another puzzle or two, went deep, I say deep, into the jungle, crossed the bridge, went over here. Oh, thank you, Brian. That's very nice of you. I'm really glad you're happy, because it's not my usual job description. But I've thought it was a very enjoyable process, so I'd love to do more of that. Flickr world, indeed, yes. Exactly, Christina. Yeah, so now I think the next step is to basically tell ACX it's all done, it's all good, once you've had a listen to the improvements. And then they take about 4 to 6 weeks and do a proper review of that, like a technical review, and then they will tell us if we need to fix anything. So that could be technical aspects or things like, I believe on my first submission I had done something that they didn't like, just a technical thing that they said, could you split that out into its own separate file? We just need to do that. And then it'll be available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes by the magic of some technology. It is exciting, isn't it? It is so exciting. How's your author page coming on Amazon? Have they approved it? Haha. One listener already. This is good. We were thinking about this last time. I think this is the call button for the elevator. So then we discovered all this. And this, I believe, is where we got stuck last time. This on the inside here, that's that orange material, that is essentially also Hunrath. That's a piece of Hunrath. And with this thing here, how do we do that again? I think we can just turn this. Yes, we can turn that sphere. Can we go back? Yes, we can go back inside. And it is such a cool story too. I'm really glad we put all this work in, because it is well worth reading that whole story. It's a very, very cool concept, the whole thing from start to finish. Oh, you're going to be in for such a surprise. Twists and turns. And also, I mean, I had to read it, then narrate it, then edit it, and then listen to it again. Brian has read the book, written the book, listened to it, read it thousands of times. And I've noticed that even when you read it for the fourth time or so, you see things in a different light. Oh, that's how that works. And, you know, oh my God, that's that guy. And oh, I thought that was a different guy. But I'm not going to give anything away, though. It's just a mind-blowing experience, I have to say. So, my friends, suggestions. Where shall we go? What shall we do here? I believe this thing here transported us with this thing here, and that extends the bridge. This whole mechanism extends this bridge, and it doesn't matter in which dimension we are. So I believe last time we managed to go back to Hunrath, and we went over something like a ravine, and we needed to extend a bridge at this end, I believe. Let's try this one and just see where that gets us, from right to left. Christina, the other one I totally loved was Mr. Stumpy. I read that the other night, and I had no idea where this was going until the final chapter, and that was just whoa. Yeah, very cool story. Free story available from Brian's website, briankramerbooks.com, for all your science fiction needs. Yeah, so this, I think this was the ravine I was talking about. If we had this extender panel here now, we could just go over there and see where in Hunrath that gets us out. Like we did here. So this panel is technically a panel from Greenworld, and we can now go over here. I believe we found something here last time. That. And I wonder if these drawings at the bottom, if they mean anything. If this is how we're supposed to line something up. We did take a screenshot of this, I think. Just wanted to make absolutely sure that we have that. Oh, wow. I wonder, Dreamlab, I wonder. Yeah, so we have made a photo there last time. And I just want to know which spheres these actually refer to. How do we get here again? I think it was with this thing, wasn't it? Yeah, with this thing we got here. And I think we can also go back with this thing, though. I think this is just a theory I have. If we take this middle thing, I think it might bring the whole sphere with this. No, it doesn't. Look, it's only doing the internal one. I think that's what gives it away. Whatever, when we press this lever here, that circle on the floor will tell us which part of our world will be transported. So up to here, everything up to here will be transported back, I guess. So if I just quickly leave and just flick this lever here, somewhere. Ooh, Dexter0313, thank you so much for following. Now this thing is being transported, and I'm sure there's a way for us to bring more with us. Do you think the Hunrath one? Should we take the Hunrath one? Well, Brian, you're the expert. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I thought that is actually a good point. Let's do that. I thought the extending panel thing is still in the other world and we have to press this again. No, actually that makes perfect sense. If we take this thing, it'll take the bridge with it maybe. When you say follow, do you mean on ArtStation or do you mean on Mixer? Because I think I should follow all of you on Mixer. It's a good idea. Yes. Bridge. Okay, cool. Oh, YouTube. Okay. So, I'm confused now. We seem to have brought back a whole lot more of Hunrath than met the eye. Because I also can't quite remember how we took that bridge extender with us to Hunrath for that one side. Because now it looks like they're both gone. Let's take this one maybe, the middle one. Yeah, spinning it around, that's a good idea. Yes, last time we tried that and we couldn't find an entrance into the thing again. Yeah, so now you'd say maybe we'll just go through here, but we can't actually go on that bridge again, or can we? Because this gets us up here, but it doesn't get us here. Yes. Let's spin it one more time. Oh yes, Rod, as soon as I discovered you were on ArtStation, I thought, yeah, I'll be on ArtStation. Good idea. Do you know, I don't think so. I think this is the only one that we found that has a rotating button on the outside. But it would stand to reason that maybe we'll find one for the other worlds soon. I also wonder now, this thing that we had there that had basically 4 spheres lined up. There's one here, there's one here. Do we find a third one? Is that 3? There's one here. So those could be the 3 that they're talking about. As of this morning, Christina, yes. I've only uploaded one grey monkey. But I'm thinking that's I like the interface immediately. I always disliked DeviantArt. I never gave DeviantArt another thought. And every once in a while I have a look on that and I'm thinking that interface is just so terrible. But ArtStation, I looked at Steve's website this morning, or ArtStation's site this morning, I thought, that looks so clean and minimalistic. I thought, yeah, that's a great site to have. And it's so much inspiration waiting there too, so that was very nice. This this end here, I'm not sure if we've been here actually. I don't think we have been. But if we bring that bridge thing back, or the opposite side, I think if we bring that bridge thing back, maybe we can have a look. This is where that red laser used to be. Oh, this way here, that way. Yeah, that I think gets us to the elevator so that we can go back up to that sphere. And I keep thinking that this is probably the thing. Should we ever come back to the upstairs area there, then, and that elevator isn't in the right spot, I think this is what lets us call it. I wonder if there is. I mean, we could, I don't know if we have, wherever we are in Hunrath there with this sphere then, I wonder if we go back now the regular way, if we could do a round trip and do something weird and exciting. I don't think I can go any further here. No, that's not the outside. G'day, Backdoor 3D! You're at work and you're following the stream. That is so exciting. Very nice to have you. We've just been exploring a little bit more and just as confused as last time when we stopped the game here. I like to understand this principle of the traveling triple things here. I seem to also remember, I can't really recall, but I think we were here on the other side, so we did manage to get there, but it was just even creepier back there. Haven't we discovered 4 of these things in a row? I think we have. I like to try this thing in the middle here. See if we understand the principle. Steve's all rigged out. That's very cool. Okay, so this seems to transport the whole thing, including the other 2 dimension swapper devices. Joe, always nice to see you. Well, Rod, I think Steve has a surprise lined up. It's going to be a surprise to all of us. It'll be so exciting for us to finally get a little bit more light shed on this dark art topic that is rigging. Steve's been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and he's kind enough to share his knowledge with us. I really appreciate that. It's going to be great. So we know this. It is this, right? Never assume, always verify. Yes, perfect. Okay, so this is that. Oh, really? I just took a bit of time to do this, did it? Excellent, that's good to know, Christina. Thanks for checking. So that's what the middle thing does. Oh, that's so nice to hear. Thank you so much, Joe. That's really nice. I think my mom is looking forward to this as well. It's really nice. Have you met my mom? Mom, have you met Joe? Joe is Rod's wife. Joe, my mom, Joe. My mom is Martina, by the way. And we liked adventure games literally for decades. It's so nice that we can do this. My mom lives how many miles away now? 6,000 miles away from me. And we still play games together. That is just so cool. Oh, Rod, yes. Go download Blender. I've seen somebody this morning, was it this morning, yesterday night, who was saying Blender 28,000 times. It took him 6 hours to do. And he did this as a promotion for Blender 2.8. I thought that was quite nifty. And in the end, he was challenging Andrew Price to do the same. I didn't quite understand that, I must admit. As if Andrew Price hasn't done enough for Blender. Okay, let's try this thing, see what happens. Oh, you have to approve every single one of them? Oh, I see. Do you know, maybe, since you're a mod, try that. Maybe make the Restream bot a mod. See if that works. I'm not entirely sure if you can do that. Add moderator. I'm going to do that. I've just done it, Christina. So the Restream bot is now a moderator. Great, perfect. So now let's just hope that maybe that was the issue, that's what was preventing the YouTube relay from happening. Okay, all Hunrath is back in Hunrath, but we haven't got this thing here. How did we do this last time? Bye, have fun at work. It's going to be great. And see you soon. No, exactly, don't work too hard. Save some energy for the rigging tutorials. So logic, I guess, then, would dictate that if we go back with literally with any one of these things, maybe this thing here. If we go back with this, with this, there we go. Okay, so Christina, it works from YouTube to Mixer. That seems to work. Let's see if it works the other way around as well. Maybe they're all in a queue. I see. Where are these extender panels gone now then? Let's try and do it with this thing here. I think I'm having trouble finding a pattern to how this mechanism even works. I suppose once we have found an extender, bridge extender thing panel, even if it's on the wrong side, I guess our mission, should we choose to accept it, would then just be to turn it the other way around with a button on the outside, and then try and find a way back into the sphere so that we can then teleport that thing back to Hunrath and then extend it there. But now, bridge extender panel is still missing. Let's try this thing. I believe so, Dreamlab. Yes, they all bring us back, but I don't know what else they bring back with us. So one of them seems to bring the whole sphere, and then the other two seem to only bring part of the sphere. And we were able to do this last time that we extended one bridge, like this one now. Okay, cool. So this has only brought this small thing with us, and now we have bridge extender panel here. So now we'd like to bring the whole sphere, or at least this sphere, back into Hunrath with us, so that we can then use this thing and then extend the bridge on the other side. But which one of these three things is gonna bring back the whole sphere? The sphere, the whole sphere, and nothing but the sphere. So help me God. Maybe this one. Rod, thank you so much for that. And I will, for the third time, try and make you that video that shows you how to put scenes, how to switch between scenes in OBS. The previous video I made, I sent that to Steve yesterday, and he thought that was very helpful because that was kind of a foundation in how to use OBS and what all these settings mean. And he was completely confused before that as well, which, you know, everyone who sees OBS for the first time is confused. And so I'm going to follow that up on one that shows you how to switch between your full screen camera and then your Photoshop, and then go back to a zoomed in region in Photoshop and all that. All that is possible. You've got a dual, glad to hear it, Rod. You've got a dual monitor setup, right? That's right, Dreamlab, exactly. So I think since there's only one rotation mechanism, namely in Green World, if we were to be able to bring this state that we have right now back to Green World, then we should be able to rotate this thing, then come back, and then with that thing being on that side here, we just put in that super secret whatever code it was, and then we'll just casually walk over here and see what's at the end of that. Now, $100,000 question, of course, is which of these things do I need to now press in order to take the whole thing back? Was it the middle one? Let's try the middle one. Okay, middle one. Middle one, here we go. Boom. Hello, button. Yes, there we go. And what did you tell him, Rod? Did you say yes? And sadly, I'm not allowed to talk about it. He knows your secret, Rod. You know what to do. It's never easy, but you know what to do. Aha! Fantastic! That is cool. So we've got this thing where we want it. So now, that was the middle one, right? So the middle one transports the whole thing. So now if we just casually press this button here, oh, look at that! Okay, thank you, Christina. That is very nice. I thought I did it. I tried to make it a mod. Let me try again. Add moderator. Restream bot is now a moderator for your channel. I thought I did that before, and yeah. Thank you for doing that, Christina. I appreciate that. Christina's on YouTube duty. Do you know, it's the brute force approach, isn't it, Brian? It's just, you just gotta try the same thing 20 times, and on the 21st try, the outcome is different. Now, are we going to extend the bridge here while we've got this in this position before we go over to Greenworld? I think that might be a good idea. Yeah, it may be that moderators are not allowed to make other people moderators. It may be that only admins are allowed to do that, Christina. Now, the thing is, last time I took a picture of this, and I can only show you this on my phone quickly because this was it. This was totally it. That is the key code that I need to hack into this thing now. And then can you see that here? That's a bit bigger. There we go. So that I need to put into that thing, and then we'll be able to hopefully extend the bridge. Let's try that out. So it's these two things at the other. Actually, is easier with the mouse, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Like that, and then it's also this whole thing here, and then there's that, and then it's this. So we worked this out last time. It took us about, like, what, 3 hours to do this? Not that long, but you know, it took us a substantial amount of time. Yeah, I think that was it. And then we press the button. Ha ha ha! There we go. Very funny. Oh yeah, wouldn't that be nice? My god, the copper hunt. How could we forget? I can't wait to hunt for more copper next Saturday. It's gonna be so good. So now, am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong here. We just press the thing in the middle, left, middle, right, and then we should take the whole thing back to Hunrath and then try that thing again, right? Come on, we can do this. If only I could press the button. There we go. Patiently waiting. The lovely Miss Julia, yes, she's around. She's still working. Okay. Okay. Oh. Bridge extender, check. Deep ravine, no bridge, check. Can you imagine now the code has changed? That's just what would happen in the real world, wouldn't it? Let's try this again. Oops. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I was trying to get the bridge and this thing in shot, but I don't think that's that. Yeah, maybe that just works. There we go. So we've got this and that and this and that. Then we have these things and that. Yeah, you've already used up all your pathway licenses, but you can buy another one here. That's only $100 a month. All right. Haha! That is what we call progress. I'm not sure if it's quite solid yet. Is it safe to go on there? Maybe I have to go on the small grey bits here. Maybe I just go like that. It feels like pudding. Hunrath plus $100 a month, and for unlimited travel beyond dimensions. Check out our 100th Pro plan. That would be cool. Oh my god, I'm stuck in this dimension. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to upgrade to another plan. So, one door. That doesn't open. Okay, no problem. Nobody panic. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? I'd love it if they just give you air miles on things like trips to the moon. Can you imagine what Michael Collins's American Airlines card would look like? Yes, Mr. Collins. First class upgrade for you, your family, and everyone in your frickin' neighborhood. Forever. I must admit, I'm a little bit disappointed by this endeavor. We're here on the other side. All I get is 2 empty buckets. Correction, 4 empty buckets. And a closed door. You know, thank you so much for following. You know, yes, it's one of those things. We don't know what's happening with the YouTube chat today. Usually it's very successful, but not today. Welcome to Mixer. Very exciting to have you here. You're in good company. Ninja, Dreamlab, me, we're all here. And a closed door. If there's some kind of tune in there, isn't there? Can we do anything with these things? Because these plates here, they almost look like one of these buckets. I think it was just the object that was a little bit intersecting with the floor here. Can't do anything with those buckets, can we? No. Yes, this bucket here seems to have no bottom. Maybe we can combine that one with the other one. Rod Shelley, thank you so much for hosting the stream. That is good. Yeah, see, I was stingy. I didn't get the 100th Pro membership. I wonder if we get anything else here. It is mind-bending, you know. That's what it is. Mind-bending. It's a puzzle game that just plays with our minds. Yeah, one of them had a hole in it. And it looks like we can't... Can we go into here? More buckets. Another shovel. That's 5 buckets now. This is a good name for this town, actually. 5 buckets. Fancy trip to 5 buckets today. Yeah, let's do that. What are we going to do there? Not sure. Look at spheres. Do you know, bucket business. I can see a good import-export thing going on here. We take the buckets from here, bring them to Hunrath, mining town. I'm sure they can do something with those buckets. This almost alludes to the fact that there may be a way up here. I mean, I doubt it. Because we... Whoops, I didn't mean to take a picture there. We can't jump in this game. So this looks like it could potentially be a path up there, but I don't think it is. Huh. Man. So, suggestions, everyone. What shall we do? Shall we go back? Oh, don't say that, Brian. Do you think? It is just what the producers of this game would do, because when we tried this thing out last time, we only got here by, like you say, by random button pressing. Well, that is certainly a good idea. So for that, of course, let's have a look if is there a potential path here as well. There is, isn't there? So once again, if these things wouldn't be in the way, would there be a way? No, this is going to be too far. Yeah, we won't be able to jump that or just drop down there. I don't think the game is going to let us do that. The other side, yes. Dreamlab, that is an idea. If only we could figure out where in Hunrath this is. A red crate and a yellow crate are looking at us funny. Some cables hanging up here. Could this be the flat, the little apartment that we looked at there last time? I'm thinking this could just be as exciting as Farley's house. Yes, you know, on Saturday we're going to do Subnautica. More copper hunting, more Leviathan hunting, more picture frames. By the way, guys, submit some pictures, drop them in the lookbook. I've got a few already, I've got several already, and we're going to put them in a picture frame and put them up in our special gallery room in the base. In one of the bases. Maybe we'll make a new base. Gallery base. I have a feeling that cable just powers the lamps maybe, but you never know. So it goes down here and then seems to vanish somewhere below us. Well, actually, now that we know that, maybe we'll just go take this bridge away again and just have a closer look. Now, how do we do that? Can you imagine this thing can turn into stairs? That would help. I'm going to take a few more things away so I can have a closer look at that cable here. Not that I remember what exactly it is that I need to do here. Maybe this, maybe? Of course, Christina, absolutely. Your comment made me laugh so much about Wix that they're even worse than Facebook. That is outrageous. I'm looking at that cover in question with the two guys. They're not even hugging. My God, they're two people on the road. There's nothing gay about that, right? I mean, had it not been for the word gay in the title, in the subtitle there. Crazy. I can't believe that they're so narrow-minded. It is absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely, that's not easy to do, worse than Facebook. That's not easy to do. Yet Wix have managed to do it. Well done, Wix. Yeah, so the cable just looks like it dangles over here and then carries on to the bottom here. Yeah, so the only requirement really for it to look really good is a regular 16:9 aspect ratio. 1920 by 1080 should do the trick. All right, that's all we can see. Oh, the cable goes in the wall here. There's that little pipe that goes in here. Yeah, so I don't know. Shall we bring this bridge back to the way it was, just in case? You know, we meant Wix, as in there's a kind of a website building service. It's for instant websites, and the management of Wix have literally just, a couple of years ago, have bought DeviantArt, and that's what we were discussing the other day. And it was just, Christina shared an experience that she made a book cover of one of her books that she wanted to make a quick website for, and it's a gay romance novel, and Wix took it upon themselves to say, oh, we can't have any gay content on our network, and just like, that's, you know, as a website owner, you think, you guys are just, that's just unbelievable, isn't it? And the cover, you can, if you like, Christina, put a link to the cover in the chat, then you know can have a look at it. It was the most harmless thing you have ever seen. And it had literally nothing whatsoever to do with any suggestive content. And so they pulled the site, basically. That was a story. I think so too, Brian. Let's do that. Now that both bridges are extended here, let's just have one more look at this thing. If the railings would not be there. I wonder, even if they weren't, I wonder if this is an actual path here. Okay, back to Greenworld, see what else we can find out there. Like, now that we have a bit of a deeper understanding of how this thing works here, perhaps we'll be able to go to this other sphere there, the one that's all alone by itself. Let's take it all with us. Woo! Green stuff. Oh, have I pressed the button here? No. There. Rod, have you got coffee? Christina, coffee? And Joel, tea, hot water? I'm having some coffee here. I made that this morning, but still, you know, warm enough. Thanks to a very old thermal mug I'm using. So yes, I guess this is the way. Look at that. How interesting. Yes, Rod, excellent. Isn't that interesting? So when this thing is just set to extend the bridge, this bridge is automatically extended, because when this thing wasn't here a minute ago, that bridge was also not here. That's weird, isn't it? Ice coffee, nice one. What are the temperatures like in your area? Is it still the big heat wave? where this thing is going to get us. So just out of curiosity, before we do that, I'm trying to figure out the mechanics of this bizarre contraption here. What if I press the button here and rotate the sphere? Does that mean the bridge on the other side is going to go away? No. Looks like it's still there. Look at that. Cran grape. That rings a bell. So the thing activates the bridge extension and then the bridge just remains there. So I guess, not that we can prove that without going there, but the bridge in Hunrath is also still there, I guess. I'm guessing. It's like this old philosophical argument about if no one's around to witness a tree falling down in the woods, will it make a noise? Let's not go there. Have you tried the white cranberry juice? Very exciting stuff, that. White cranberry juice. My people, are we ready to pull this lever here and see where else this takes us? And could this be the third sphere? Cran everything. The left side, oh, I'll do that in a minute, Jeremy. Let's have a look. See where this gets us. Another world? Are we back in Hunrath now? Are we beyond that door that we couldn't open? Oh, come on. This is what I meant when I said mind-bending. So that gets us here. It makes you wonder what's in Greenworld then now. Shall we travel with the middle thing so as to not to upset anything else? Oh, actually, before we do that, let's check what Jeremy was saying about the left side of the rotator switch. I think it's kind of a... Do you mean these things here? It looks like we can't actually press anything else. There's usually only a lever, and once you pull down the lever, it exposes a button. And then when we press the button, it does the actual teleportation thing. So, now that we've successfully put that little sphere from Greenworld into Hunrath, let's go back to Hunrath with this thing. And see what's in Greenworld. Yeah, they don't often have white cranberry juice. They often have the mixes like white cranberry and peach. That is nice. No way! Christina, what are they doing to you? Well, you'd be super pleased to hear that all messages appear to relay now, so that's cool. Let me just try and find you. Maybe you're no longer a mod, which would be odd. Much like I had to... No, you're still a mod. You're still a mod. I wonder if it was the restream thing that I had to reauthorize, but it looks like you're still a mod. It tells me that. Oh, right, you mean this thing here. That's the one you mean, right, Jeremy? Yes, it goes, so the left button rotates the spheres one way, and then this button rotates the sphere the other way. Like this, and then that way. That's what that does. I don't think there's anything else we can do. But yes, just two buttons for left and right rotation. But yeah, absolutely, well done. If you find anything that you want me to investigate, please let me know. That is exactly right, Dreamlab. It has had if it hadn't been for just the word gay, would they have ever noticed? And also, this is the other thing I want to know. Who or what brought this to their attention? You know, how did this get flagged? Because some human must have gotten involved and then clicked the button that says, whoa, evil stuff. Can you imagine? Yes. I'm sorry, Christina. That's just almost hardcore pornography here. That picture. We cannot give you any credentials anymore anywhere. So I think this small rocky sphere here that previously contained the teleporter, beyond which we could not look, that is basically just gone now, isn't it? So that teleporter is now in Hunrath, and this has just exposed this new teleporter. So it was here before, we just couldn't see it. Oh, let's see what happens when we press this lever. God, brace yourself. I wonder if there are any side effects to traveling through these dimensions like 4,000 times to figure out what is actually happening. Okay. Okay, nobody panic. We're back in Hunrath. Is the door open yet? I thought the title of today's stream, Are We Where Yet? It's very appropriate. What, you're not blocked on Discord, Christina? Quick! Let's block Christina from Discord too. No, you'll stay on Discord. Maybe this is what life wants us to do. We'll just have to find another way. And then once all the hip services have blocked you, you go, I'm going to find my own service here. Let's go Mixer. Let's go Discord. And when in 5 years' time that's no longer good, then maybe we'll go to D-Live or we'll try something else. And life finds a way, doesn't it? We'll find a way. It's just another challenge, isn't it? You found some copper. That's excellent, Rod. Whoops. That is very cool. I wonder what happens if we put that in the fabricator. Very funny, Rod. So, I say, let's just traverse this area one more time. Go back to this middle teleporter. Go back. It's just a test, isn't it? Whoever loses their mind first and stops playing the game, well, we're going to hang in here until the better end. Oh my god, Brian, that is so funny. rodshair.com. Maybe you should actually register that. Do you know, speaking of registering domains, I had this idea for a service that maybe we can use Rod's Hair for that, rodshair.com. Renderosity let users submit reviews on products. So if something's great, you can say that. And if something sucks, you can also say that, no problem. But DAS, of course, don't let you do that because everything's great that's being sold on the DAS store. I wonder if we should have a collaborative kind of review website just for 3D products. And between all of us, we probably own pretty much all the products there are to purchase on many of the websites. And we could just put something like a review site together just for 3D products and just give honest reviews, or let other users also have the opportunity to leave honest reviews and say, hey, you know what, this is actually excellent. This is what the functionality is that it provides. Like literally go into detail. Once you install it, this is what you get, so that you know what your $30 actually gets you. And sometimes it's just a 12 kilobyte script, isn't it? And sometimes you think, hey, this is actually a really cool product. And other times you think, this was a total waste of time. It cost me $30 and it really didn't do anything for me. And that'd be really good service for users, I think. That's right, Dreamlab. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And then a blog that tells people about sales that other people might not know about. And literally just go into detail. Could be a good collaborative effort that we say, hey, I just bought this product and I was super excited. Or conversely, I just bought this product, it was terrible, and the world needs to know about this. At the end of the day, that's what made Amazon so big. That is cool, Patrick. How exciting. Joining us with audio only. That is very cool. Oh, really, Christina? That is exciting. That's a good start. Do you mean like this one here at the back, Brian? The evil black one. Yeah, let's have a look. Because, I'm just, let me just go back one more time. I'm thinking eventually we'll get to find the exit out of this sphere, don't we? And then we'll probably make our way over to here, I'm thinking. See, me too, Dreamlab, absolutely. That's exactly right. Here's what you really get when you buy this product, and here's what you can make of it. And then also this whole thing about, hey, I've spent 5 hours with this product and I still can't work it out. Like all these things that are important for users to know. Is the documentation well written? Is it intuitive? Is it fast? I've used products in the past where I was thinking, yeah, that's a great idea in principle, but of course the promo images looked awesome, and then the product itself was more like, yeah, that needs work, and how did that ever pass quality control? Oh, the new keyboard, Brian, is amazing. I'm going to make a review about that for sure. That is really cool. It's typing-wise, it's very much like a Mac keyboard. So that's really good. It's a very, very nice light keyboard. It's good. It's got good heft to it. It's about 3-4 pounds the whole thing weighs for a keyboard, crazy stuff. But yes, absolute pleasure to type on it. And it connects to up to 3 computers, or 3 devices, shall I say. So my PC on the left, my Mac is on the right, and I could have a third device that it connects to, for example, an iPad or another tablet or my iPhone or something. And it's heavy. It's absolutely heavy. It has 3 buttons that lets you choose which computer you'd like to type on, or it also follows the mouse. So wherever the mouse is, wherever the mouse is, that's where the keyboard is, if you like it that way. Or you can split it up, that's also cool. Look at that. See, that's what I didn't know this either. And had it not been for the mouse that I bought, I wouldn't have known either. And it's the mouse that basically turned me onto the keyboard. They had this thing, I think it's called Logitech Options, and you install it and you can configure your mouse and everything. And this is one innocent looking tick box that says, would you like a keyboard to follow? And I was thinking, follow? Keyboard? What? And then they brought up this one, and there's other models as well. There's like a $60 version that you can get that even has an integrated kind of device holder. So if you do a lot of mobile typing, you can basically just take your keyboard with you and then stick your mobile in there, and then the mobile kind of sits in a little holder. They're very cool. Let's get a Wix site, yes. Awesome idea. And then if they ask, what type of content are you going to put on here? Gay porn? It's going to be great. Not even gay porn. That's not even that. It's, we have this thing. It's a big, oh my, innocent looking corridor ends here. We have a big building here on, I think, 16th, 17th Street, just by Lincoln Road. And there is, just recently, I think maybe a year ago, they put a massive Wix.com advert on the top there. I have a feeling maybe they're here. I don't actually know where they're based. For a while I was thinking, oh my god, is that their headquarters? Okay. We know how this works. Oh my. So is this thing at the bottom, is this the corridors that we were just traversing? I think us saying we're lost is probably an understatement. Okay, that was not a good idea. Can you remember if I turned the thing left or right? Can't I press this thing anymore? Oh, I need to go down, do I? Oh man, without my Hunrath Plus membership, I can't press the buttons anymore. Oh, there we go. Cool. Yeah, I think I may have pressed the right button. Connect the pipes. Can you imagine in a minute? Do you see this here? Oh my god, look at that. I think this is another thing we need to extend. This is exciting. Nothing bends your mind quite like abduction. Okay, cool. No problem. No problem. We'll go and turn that sphere again. This is when we need abduction multiplayer. Oh no. It's not just that. Do you see this? I wonder if we can turn these individually. Yeah, please, Rod, get them on the case. Yes. Let's try. I'll see if I can go up any further. No, it looks like it's only first floor haberdashery, ground floor. Rotate twice, you said, Christina? Rotina, I was going to say Christina. So rotate once. Rotate twice. I wonder, Jeremy, this is the next thing we need to find out. Is there another tweakability thing? There is, isn't there? Is this it? Or is this just to call the elevator button? This doesn't do anything. Okay. Rotina, I know. What the mind does sometimes. I'm sure the button that rotates any of these things individually is probably located in another dimension to make it much more easy and intuitive for us. Is this something to press? No. Ah. Could it be that we could go down one more? Yes! Ay caramba! This looks like a complicated control panel. Bring out Dustin Hoffman, he knows how to handle this. It looks like it has a spine, doesn't it? Ugh. Oh, this is one thing I did discover on on ArtStation today. Was it Julian Kaspar's work in progress for the... Oh, it's a teleporter, oh my goodness. For a new character course on the Blender Cloud. Very cool, looking forward to that. Coming soon to the Blender Cloud. Oh, come on. It feels like such a creation as well, Rod. What do you know? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, let's more buckets. Yes, that's good. Escher, that's exactly what I was thinking. Escher. Couldn't think of that guy's name. Escher. And on top of which is this thing. Does this thing... Oh my god. And that rotates it. Whoever came up with such a mechanism. Oh. Let's keep going here. Let's see what happens now. Yes, Streamlab. For each section, we need to... And this is the thing. Unless we find a way to come up with a plan there and have a look what rotates what in which direction, I think we're just going to have to go and... I always wondered what was behind that door. Let's just pull up a chair and enjoy the scenery for a bit. Let's just hope that this door stays open now. Well, at least we can go from here over... Did you know what? CW is so close. I'm gonna go see CW. and ask him, I don't know, something. That's a good point. That is such a good point, Brian, because you have to be... This is not a game for people without patience. The more we're playing this, I'm thinking, I'm so glad that it was a success, because it's just, in this day and age of instant gratification, people just don't have the patience to even look at this for longer than 5 minutes and go, yeah, well, it's not for me. But to create something like that... Poor Patrick's in the car. If you're still listening, Patrick, we've just discovered something that is kind of crazy. I'll tell you in a minute, if I can remember what it was. CW!
Pardon me, but you've got three worlds. Routes to connect. Connect that cable on the side of the battery if you make it. Go on now.
Friendly as always. I think we should take our chances with the alien. He has more manners than CW. And keeping track of what you've done here and there. Oh my god. Oh. Well, the day is still young. Be a shame not to go back and see if we can work this thing out. WC. So Patrick, just to recap, I can't even describe it, I'm so sorry. You have to just watch the stream again. I can't even... How would we sum this up as an audio version for Patrick? Well, we came to Greenworld and we found 3 spheres in a row that led to 3 other spheres. Oh, another tunnel. That's exciting. Let's have a look at that. So we randomly teleported between Greenworld and Honrath for about like 50 times. Found buckets, and plates, pickaxes, oil cans. And eventually we got to this massive stone puzzle thing. And now we're stuck. Oh yes, excellent. Is this the door that we've been all dreaming about? Let's have a look there. Come on, come on, come on. It was, wasn't it? That was the door. I think it was. That was the red. That's exactly right. That is the red and yellow thing that was mocking us. That's exactly right. Now we know that it's kerosene oil. Or something. Very true, very true. And I think also we know it's going to be tough and hard work, but we know what we're going to have to do. We're not, are we? We need more Chex Mix. That's the spirit. Rod's gonna go dig into that big bag of cheesy Chex Mix now. Julia's very excited. She's gonna go for... What are you having? Original Chex Mix?
We have cheddar as well.
We have cheddar as well. We could join Rod. Okay, Julia's gonna join you with cheddar Chex Mix, Rod. I'm gonna get an aspirin, I think, because... Where do we need to go again? Shall we just go travel with this thing here in the middle? Because that should bring us back so that we can just walk over the bridge again. Or shall we not take a risk and make the long way round? That's right, Dreamlab. I'm thinking, yeah, okay, let's do this. This is probably a shorter way. And if this doesn't work out for some bizarre reason, we can then always go the long way around. We take the long way home. Okay, let's teleport back into Green World. Good stuff. We can just go straight through here. I'd love to be able to take, maybe we can do that now. We can take a picture of this from the top and then see what we actually just did there with, and also with what part has been rotated. It looks like this one here has not been rotated. It must have been, well, I guess the one right in the middle of this thing. But good. Thank you, Christina. That took a while, didn't it? Because when did I approve that? Maybe an hour ago? It took such a long time. I'm glad it's working now. That's good to know. Yes, Patrick, yelling in the car, that doesn't help, does it? So, we have 4 of these segments here. And we don't actually know how far they've rotated, right? So if I take a screenshot of this, and then we go back and rotate something, and remember the button that we pressed. Let's see what has changed if we go back to this exact position. Where's the 5th part then, Brian? Oh, of course, yes, of course. So that part that we've actually rotated isn't here. What do you mean with this thing here, Patrick? If I do this, then the whole thing rotates. But now we have, and this is what happened when you were in the car. So when we go down here again, that leads us to the labyrinth, as we'd like to call it. So we don't want to go here, we want to go one step further down. So is this thing that gets taken out, just for my understanding here, which part might that be then? Is that the one, is that this one here? Or is that the one behind that? Alright, Patrick, we'll still be here. Because this is kind of, I'm inside the first circle here now, aren't I? Yeah, I wonder, because, so if this is, it's just like 2 steps forward basically, that's the first circle, the first rotating piece. If I go down here, then this would be the first circle here. So this almost over here looks like it's the second circle. the one furthest away from us. This is so exciting. Mine too, Christina. How's your internet connection holding up? Is that still stable? Are you on a metered connection there? And look at those exits here. We have 4 exits, so no matter what we do, we'll always find one exit that hopefully will lead us into here. So according to, this is actually easy to figure out now when we press a button. If we go and look at that screenshot that I just took, this thing here. So if my theory is correct, then we've walked underneath the first piece here that looks like a minus sign. We just walked underneath that, and we're now on the thing that goes kind of 45-degree angle to the right there. So if we're going to assume that each button press rotates these things 90 degrees, then if we were to rotate this chamber at the top middle there 90 degrees to the left, is that a good idea? Twice. That should do the trick, shouldn't it? If it does actually rotate it 45 to 90 degrees. Maybe it rotates it, I don't know, something else degrees. But I'm just going to go and do a test here now and just rotate it with the top button. Let's just take the top button. If we find it, yes. And then we'll go and compare reality with our screenshot. And then we'll see what happens. No, like Brian was correct. You're absolutely right. It's the thing that's a minus sign now, isn't it? Because otherwise we'd see that 45-degree bend in here now. It doesn't make sense. And how far does this thing rotate then? 90 degrees? Okay, 90 degrees. Right, cool. Hey, this is solvable. Can you imagine being a play tester on this game? They're all in the mental hospital now. And you don't get metered there, Christina, right? You don't. They don't charge you by the megabyte or anything, because that'd be really mean. So at least we have some kind of indication as to what needs to be rotated, where and when, how far-ish. Okay, let's have a look. We're going out again. Nice. Free. I like the sound of free, Christina. That is good. Ha. So then, comparing these two screenshots with one another, does actually, it does make sense, doesn't it? So this is the one that we just took. This is reality. And this is world... if I could only navigate this thing. Can't navigate this thing. There we go. There, and that's world -1. So it was this piece that we rotated. That's good. That's good. So like you say, now all we need to do is figure out where we want to go and how. So I guess with this thing, this points upwards now. So I guess we want to connect these two things with one another, maybe? Or where do we want to go? Oh, you can't see the pointer. Ah. Damn. Okay, let's use this then. Where do we want to go? How did we even get here? Let's figure that one out first. I think we came via this thing here. Is that right? How did we get here? Let's figure that one out. And then we can see if we wanted to go this way. I guess that'll get us through to the other side of the sphere. Or if we wanted to explore this thing here and extend another bridge towards the water. This one here, do you think we came from here, Brian? Behind, yeah, that is also possible. Let's just have a quick look there. It would just be like the developers, that once you figured out what you need to do, the next thing you need to figure out is, yeah, we came from behind, didn't we? Okay, so we really want to explore all three directions then. No problem. Patrick, welcome back. So if we go from... Should we go from left to right? Shall we go this one first, then that one, and then that one? Shall we do it that way? L to R makes sense. Perfect. So we're trying to go here. So I'm just going to randomly spin this thing and see what would come to mind if we go and line this thing, which I guess is one of the exits. If we line that up so that we could potentially pop out there. Start at the end, go through here, that goes over here. Ah. Yeah, it's not such a good exit. Let's try the next one. This one. That's not bad. But how do we now make it so that we can... I think just the... I thought it's just the... I don't know. I thought it was just the minus sign. Because that's really what we need, isn't it? The second minus sign. Which switch was that, Patrick? This one here in front of us, that spins the whole big plate, left and right. Now on my left, that just calls the elevator. So if the elevator wouldn't be here, then it would arrive here. This is the platform here. So yeah, we have two levels. We're on the second level. Then this one is the first level. That would allow us access into the big stone sphere. And then we have one ground floor. Yeah, and these knobs here, they would call the elevator if it's not there. Well, back to Hunrath. How did your game go? Did you win? for the third time in a row. Patrick's been playing a board game with friends, like, you know, physical board game and all. No screens, no monitors. Now, what piece? So I wonder then if, I mean, just imagine for a second, if there was a straight piece in Green World, or in Hunrath rather. Now it's in Green World, and we took the L shape with us. So that means we can't go back and forth via this thing. We have to now go back and forth the other way, right? Let's do it. L shape is here. Let's see if we can find our way back. This goes back into Hunrath, isn't it? Yeah, that's that. We don't want to go that way. We want to go the other way, I think. Maybe. Or was this the way into Hunrath? Oh my god, really? That's terrible. Patrick, that's crazy. Did you manage to find a bathroom, or did you have to pull over? Here's the, you mean this sound, right? Yes, we thought we took a breather quickly and just looked at this very exciting little river here. Well done. Bladder training. Enjoy it while it works. Oh, it was a tie, okay. Just waiting for the kerosene. Yes, this is it. Kerosene bucket. Taunting us from the other side of this closed door. Which way shall we go back to Hunrath, with this one or the other one? No, I guess the other one, because if we'd use this teleporter, we don't know if we'd be able to go back the other way, so it has to be this way. I'm glad you had fun, Patrick. That sounds like a good evening out. So I'm thinking, if we manage to figure out how to twist the maze, which is a bit like a Rubik's Cube, really, isn't it? If we manage to twist the maze so that we can figure out the leftmost direction there, I think that's a good time to stop. Let's see if we can make it, and then we'll explore the other two directions next time. Now the big surprise is, here, elevator. Aha! Oh, see if we can just walk right through. No, that would have been too easy, wouldn't it? We're thinking we're probably going to end up with side effects from teleporting so much. Yes, Brian, please tell us. So I guess there wasn't a straight piece in Hunrath. But I mean, the good thing is that we now know that we have an L-shaped piece in Hunrath. So at least that means we know we have one straight piece, two L-shaped pieces, and two kind of curve-shaped pieces. Should we call them R-shaped pieces? I don't know. But that would make sense. I mean, now that we know what pieces we have, and we know what the disk looks like, we should be able to plot something that'll fit from here to there through all of these things. I really don't like the 45-degree angle pieces, I must say. So I'm thinking if this here, whoops, this is the tragic thing, my mouse is now on my Mac and it's not, there we go, it's now back on my PC. No, please don't do that, terrible. Mouse doesn't stay on one. So this thing here, if we were to go and connect, turn that kind of this way, so that that connects this and that, I think that's a good idea, right? That's a good start. We could then put a 90-degree piece into here. That would get us from here to there. That would then get us from here to there. And then we need this 90-degree piece pumped from here to there. That would technically get us straight through. Gee, how difficult that is to do. So we need 90 degrees here. This piece is in the correct slot, and this is also in the correct slot. So this is good to know. So I think then, since we know that we have a 90-degree exactly in Hunrath, we go back, we swap the pieces, we go back the long way round. We have another look at this, and then we start twisting the pieces in the right direction, because that would just involve us going down, teleporting into Hunrath, clicking a button, teleporting back from Hunrath and seeing if it came out right. Easy! Julia V! So glad you could join us! Patrick, none, I think. I can literally... I can load a game, and I can't exactly save a game. I can just quit, and then it saves it automatically. But I can't, yeah, we can't cheat. So that's very clever game design, I must say. Very clever. We can start from the beginning. Let's not, shall we? Let's, we'll stick with it, Hey, we have a plan. Super easy. What did I say the plan was? We go back, right, I remember. We go back. Nobody panic, we have a plan. Can't press the button. Come on, button. Exactly, let's swap this thing out first. Oh, can you now? So here we go, swapping an L piece with a 45-degree piece. That's easy. The best laid plans, yes. You know, I'm going to make a note and post it in the game chat so that by this time next week, when we've undoubtedly forgotten what we wanted to do and how this thing works, we can easily recall how to do this. Okay. Hello, Hunrath. Nice to be back. So we'll just easily go up here, where we now have the 45-degree piece. Bless you. And we don't need to rotate this right now, right? All we need to do is make our way out of here. Which wasn't this way. I'll know for next time. Damn. And then the loading sequence had already started. Yeah, but I see that as well, yeah. And now it's back again. Unbuffered. Ah, there we go. Yes, we go through here. That's cool. Oh, I found some new music on Epidemic. That's very cool. I didn't have time to load that in, but I'll have that for next time, because while we traverse all these creepy corridors, a bit of that 50-star music is a great idea. Oh, is this the right thing? No. Haha. We need to use the middle one, don't we? Whew. We nearly destroyed the very fabric of the universe that holds us together. I think at the end of this there should be a gift voucher to, I don't know, the winning lottery ticket or something. Wow, you've made it here? I think there's a game called... Oh, what was it called again? Something by Ben Foddy. Getting Over It by Ben Foddy. That was it, exactly. And that's a game... He's... I don't know if you heard of that. It's a very difficult, tricky game. And it deals with the... yeah, that game. And it deals with the frustrations that you come up against as a player, of this doesn't work, that doesn't work, and it's all, you know, very difficult to work out and all. And at the end of that game, it'll be you'll get, once you got it, once you're over it, you get access to some kind of chat room that you're not supposed to share with anybody, and in that chat room you can discuss things that you, as a survivor of that game, have experienced throughout the game. So, imagine the first piece is already good and in place. Ah, yes, one of the many good endings in that game. And we've played that about... it was... How many endings did we go through? Like 10 or so, Stanley Parable. It was unbelievable. That was a very cool game as well. Look, almost this one is in place already. This thing is in place, not quite. So I say this needs to be twisted, how many times? Can it be twisted correctly? Yes, it can, can't it? No, it can't. Can it? I have a feeling these 45-degree pieces, there's two of them, and one bends 45 degrees to the left and the other one bends 45 degrees to the right. And I think so too. We may need the other one. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, dun-dun-dun. So, am I correct in assuming that currently in Hunrath we have a 45-degree piece that is exactly the one that we need? So, if we now go to Hunrath and swap these pieces out, we should come back with the correct one, right? Am I right there? The logic is sound. Do you think this is the correct piece? I mean, I'm happy to try to just twist it and leave it in place otherwise. That's cool, I can do that. How many times do you think we should twist it? Yeah, exactly. If we just mirror the piece, we'll be totally fine. And here's the magic button. Hang on a minute. I can't tell if it's the 45 degrees ones. Oh, yes it is. I can see it now. So one twist, do you think that'll be enough? One twist, two twists. They've been playing abduction, Rod. Okay, we'll just go back and see what we did there and how that fits into the larger idea of the whole universe. How popular are roundabouts in Missouri, Rod? In Britain, they're very popular. Sometimes they replace intersections, just regular intersection, with roundabouts. You put a little plant in the middle. It's all very cute. Keeps the traffic moving. Elevator. Up, please. That's right, exactly. They need to come with the construction, with the instruction manual. So then we were to go and put this back here just so that we can see it better. And see, I think it's not the right piece. I think we need the other piece. No worries, mate. We'll just go and swap it right out, hopefully with the correct piece. Did you remember that, Patrick? You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Let's try this again. Oh, wow, Christina! So cool. That is really good news. The twist, yes. Chubby Checker, and I remember I had the maxi single, Chubby Checker and the Fat Boys. So now, before I go the wrong way again, which was this one, right? This was the wrong way. This is the correct way. Where are they today, huh? Not so much Chubby Checker, I meant the Fat Boys. Are they still around? Okay. Ah, one more teleportation through the world is not going to kill us, is it? I remember my friend Richard, also a Patreon supporter, by the way. He has, years ago, he put all his CDs onto a NAS at home, and it was a little iTunes server as well. And oh wow, is he still alive? How exciting! I wonder if the Fat Boys are still alive. Chubby Checker outlives the Fat Boys. How exciting! New headline: obesity kills rappers. So yeah, so my friend Richard, he was digitizing, well, not digitizing, he was transferring his collection of CDs to iTunes server, a little NAS thing, and he spent a lot of time researching, well, if I'm going to do this and then get rid of my CDs, what codec am I going to use for that? What codec is going to be around in 20, 30, 50 years' time? And he didn't want to do it lossless. That would have been too memory intense. So he decided to use OGG. Let's just twist this over here and see. Yes, look, this is the right piece. So this now, one twist into this direction. Betamax. So this thing just into one little direction, one twist over here, and that should be our second part of the puzzle sorted, I guess. Let's do it. Oh my god. Laserdisc. What's next? HD DVD. Oh no, that's too futuristic, isn't it? Laserdisc, that's another whole dark chapter. DAC? I don't even know what that is. There's Laserdisc, there wasn't just one format of Laserdisc either. There were like 5 or so. There was Laserdisc, Laservision, something else, and they were all oh yes, digital audio cassette. Yes, the Philips DCC, wasn't it? Was DAC something else? It could well be. Oh my god, I don't have enough laugh tracks. Okay, nobody panic. We're gonna press this button. Is this gonna be, what does that do? That twists it into that direction. Is that the right direction? Or do we need to do it one more time? That was correct? Shall we leave it as that? Let's panic. Okay, ready to panic, everyone. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave it like that and we'll have a look what we do. So we pressed the top button, and whatever that did, we'll check it out. All right. That, it had so much potential, didn't it? Back in the day. We used it a lot in doing audio laybacks. And there were the issue with DAT back then in the professional world was that DAT was just so bloody unreliable. It was not every DAT cassette was compatible with every DAT player. If you look at the professional models, so some would just the consumer models were much easier, but they didn't have timecode, so they literally only had a control track and stereo audio, and that was literally it. Look at that! Woohoo! That is very exciting. This part is built. I'm just going to go move this one up here so that we can quickly check. That one is also built. So this is going to be underneath us. We're going to walk into here, go through here, walk through there, through here, and then this thing now just needs to be rotated literally 90 degrees, right? 180 degrees even. Rotate this twice and we'll be there. Oh my god! Now, just to make sure. No, man. Okay, fine. You'd think you press the left button and the thing turns right. Sure, that's, I understand. Okay, here we go. In the right position, check. I wish I had the Mission Impossible soundtrack now. Something, unnerving. Well, that'll have to do. Yeah, because I thought the left button turned this thing to the left. So the right button also turned this to the left. No, hang on. The left button turned it right, and the right button also turned it right. Yes, of course it is. So yeah, this new service, Epidemic, I've tried it out, and the way it works is that you have to register your YouTube channel with them, and then you can use their music, and just like always, YouTube files a copyright claim or ID, content ID, flags up a content match, and they then check, hey, is Jay allowed to use this thing? And if I am, which it says on their system, then everything is fine. And if I'm not, the thing gets flagged for copyright. So that's very exciting. I thought, hey, if it's that easy, maybe everyone can just use that music. But no, you have to register your channel with it so that you don't incur the copyright penalties there. I know this because I've used one of their tracks from my other channel, which is not registered on their system, and I got a copyright warning. The Epidemic Sound, they're called. There's a link in the Discovery section. $15 a month. You can use all the music you want. And they have 30,000 tracks, so very, very cool. I found a lot of good sound effects there, which I haven't even implemented yet. Yeah, 60,000 sound effects, 30,000 tracks. And if you wanted to register a second channel, you have to pay $15 again, so you have to pay $30. Good question. I don't know, Dreamlab. I think the way it works is that Content ID only checks once you upload a video, and I think at that point they check if you're eligible to use it, and then I don't think they recheck it every 30 days. But that is a good question. I wonder. I'll find out. Yeah, but it's 30 days free to use. So I wonder, like, this would be a good test. What happens if you do register your channel, and then you use some of their music, and then you wait 4 weeks until your freebie runs out? Will you then get flagged? I wonder if you are. I'm thinking not, because the system that's actually checking the thing is YouTube's Content ID system, and they only do it when you upload it. Whoa! And we're already in the correct position. Look at that. We're going straight through from A to Z over here. This is exciting.
Resistance is futile.
We should just go straight through and see what happens. Oh my god. I can't wait. Okay. Dear Diary, today I built a freaking maze in some other dimension that I haven't got a clue where that was. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, I'm too deep. There's another song there. Phil Collins, my neighbor from West Avenue, North Bay Road even. Okay, here we go, here we go. Let's go.
To the end of nothingness.
Okay, we've reached the end. Sadly, there's no door that we need to open. Exactly. Patrick ID is now being flagged up. Oh my goodness. Another puzzle indeed, to which we already know the answer. That is exciting, isn't it? I mean, I hope. I'm just assuming this is... Oh no, this is a different one, isn't it? Song of the Soul, welcome aboard! Welcome to Abduction Monday. We have just traveled our asses off from one dimension to the other just to end up at this waterfall here. So, I really like this effect here. This this goes, opens and closes. It looks like this isn't actually that difficult to do because we don't have that many options here. Just getting my bearings here. There's nothing else we can do. Let's delve right into it. That does nothing. Let's try with all of these things connected. Oh, Rod. That didn't do anything, did it? That also didn't do anything. Okay, let's go and try this with, with a bit of finesse here. Which door? It did? What door is open, Patrick? Oh. Oh. Well spotted. Shame there's another door behind it. Can you see that just about? It's another door here. Very good point, Patrick. That indicates that this thing is kind of a gondola. There's always another one, isn't there? Let me fiddle around with this contraption here and see if that other door opens now. Let me see if I can frame them both up so we can have a little look at that. So if we connect everything, maybe we'll do this. Oh yes, that's good. How about this? Oh yeah, good stuff. And that changes into that. Oh, and that does this. But it looks like the door behind here, that doesn't seem to be affected. I bet for that, we just need to casually traverse this whole stone sphere just another 45 times. And we go into the other two directions. Okay, let's leave it open then, I say. There's, exactly right, correction, there's always another closed door, isn't there? A Song of Soul, rather, sorry. So let's go back and just have a little preview of what we're going to do next time. Oh yeah, Song of the Soul, this is where we are right now. We call it Green World. I'm sure it has a different title. It doesn't look very green. But this is one of the dimensions that we can travel. Oh yeah, this looks more green here. Look at that. Oh, very nice. Do you know, I saw some volumetric lights there the other day, or during a sunset. I think it was on Saturday actually, after Subnautica Saturday. We went out for a walk and it was stunning. It was literally like, just like these things, they're the volumetric effects. The setting sun, very cool. I took a picture of it on Julia's phone actually. She let me take a picture, it's very nice. Yes, maybe I'll post it on Discord in the lookbook later. It's a great idea. So, with us having traversed all the way over to here, through this nightmarish contraption of a stone plate holding several other stone plates, next week on Monday, we're going to try to do the same thing and find a way over here to see where that leads us. So it looks like that leaves us to the... Oh, thank you so much. Very nice. That lets us go over to this thing, from which hopefully we'll be able to catch that gondola over here and through that door. So that's one thing. Then the other thing we're going to try is go through here and then see if we can walk onto this little pathway, which probably will bring us into this wall that doesn't look like much, but from our experience we can probably tell this thing will most likely get us through to the other side of the sphere. So the idea is that we're trapped in some kind of a ball, in some kind of sphere, and if we leave, say, to the north, then we come back on the south. And that's how that works. So I guess, my friends, that is what we're going to do next time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful week. And if you find out any other things about abduction, please let me know. Join me again Monday, 4 p.m. for the conclusion of this puzzle. I really want to know what happens next. I'm not sure how far we are from the end, but yeah, it's going to be certainly exciting. Thanks for watching. I'll see you Friday for a good old 3D lip sync animation stream at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, Saturday, 4 p.m. for Subnautica Saturday, introduced by our new guest host on the show, Optimus Primate. Thank you for the name. All right. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.